Jamil Chade is a newspaper columnist in Brazil and author of the upcoming book, Politics, Bribes and Football. He joins me now on the story from Zurich. So, Jamil, were you surprised by Infantino's election?
Well, this election is really a very important one. It's a historical moment for FIFA. It's the end of the Blatter era. But the way that Infantino won this election was basically using the same methods, the same tools as Blatter did in the past, and even Mr. João Avelange, the former president of FIFA. What is the promise of Mr. Infantino to get the votes? He promised more places at the World Cup, raising the level from 32 to 40 teams at the World Cup. And he's offering $1 billion in aid for many federations around the world. This convinced them, of course, to vote for Mr. Infantino today, but in a very specific way. They want return and they want the credibility back for FIFA.
And is this the man who can do that? Can he fix FIFA's very tarnished image?
Very good question. Actually, Mr. Infantino at UEFA, during his tenure there, he actually tripled the revenues of UEFA. He transformed the Champions League in the biggest championship in the world. He also had a very innovative administration. Now, one thing is when you do this amongst rich countries with a very established, let's say, society and football. Now, will he be able to do the same thing and develop football all around the world, even in places where there's not even running water? That's the question. Now, the other question, of course, will he be able to, in some way, administer FIFA in middle of this crisis? The crisis has not ended today. The crisis is still going on, and the next months, the Department of Justice in the U.S., but also the justice system in Switzerland will still be pursuing people at FIFA. And then the question is, how will Mr. Infantino react to all of this? So, we shall see.
So, Jamil, what happens next? When is his first day on the job?
Well, his first day on the job is actually on Monday, and he's calling all reporters and all friends for a friendly match at the headquarters of FIFA. Of course, a very nice way to start his administration. Now, the real challenge will be in the next coming days, because he needs to sign contracts. He needs to sign contracts with sponsors. These sponsors told FIFA, we are not coming back unless you reform, unless you have a new constitution. And that's what they had today, you know, with very important reforms, with tenures, with limit of mandates, with the publication of salaries of the presidents in the next coming months. This is what the sponsors wanted to see, so they could come back. Now the negotiations are going to start between Mr. Infantino and the new sponsors in order to fix a very real problem. Today, FIFA has a deficit. Today, 2015 was a year with a deficit, and this has to be overcome.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Jamil Chade joining us from Zurich, Switzerland. Thank you so much.